Second down and 7 to go for North Carolina Central. Minute 27. Reed looking to pass. Boy, he's smashed. He is smashed. Boy, I don't know who. Brandon Hepburn.
It was
That
Hepburn.
was surgery, baby. That wasn't a house call. That was surgery.
Rattlers have got to get lined up quickly and ready.
Hit and drop. Ooh. Looking to pass again. Brown is got him. Sacked. Pulls it now. Shoots across the middle. Touchdown, Famu. Right up here. Oh, the Raptors with 45 seconds left have shut the door.
Hello and welcome to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. I'm Keith Miles, your host, along with the head rattler, Coach Earl Holmes. And Coach, we call this game against North Carolina Central Redemption Saturday, as this team had a chance to redeem itself on homecoming, and certainly they went out and did that.
Well, Keith, honestly, when you're playing the number 2 team in the MEAC, you want to start fast, you want to finish strong. So throughout the week, we talked about playing a 60-minute game, and the guys went out and they demonstrated that.
It was a big night for a number of players, but Coach, we got to say something about the 11 seniors who contributed to this team. There are some great athletes among those 11, and certainly they'd all left it on the field here tonight.
You know, that's what you want. You know, I talked with the kids earlier, and I told them, I said, guys, there's 2 games you're going to remember. That's homecoming and the last game of the season, and that happens to be the thing that's going to unfold for us at the end of this season. We have a 2-game season, and right now we want to know.
All right, Coach, we're going to come back and take a look at first half highlights of FAMU Homecoming 2012, the Rattlers against the Eagles of North Carolina Central, after this timeout. The Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
90.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, it was a big night. It was homecoming 2012. The university celebrating its 125th anniversary. A number of people came back for homecoming weekend and all of the festivities. But at the core of all of that activity is a big football game.
Well, we're the grand finale. We are the grand finale. Once homecoming comes around, Monday through Saturday, you have everything going on. And again, the football game is the grand finale. And I talked with the kids and I told them, I said, guys, listen, regardless of what our record is, it doesn't matter. When it comes to homecoming, everybody from old to new is going to be at that game. So let's make a lasting impression.
Coach, it was an interesting week. Last Saturday, Coach Taylor announced his retirement. In the middle of the week, he announced that he was going to step aside. The administration quickly stepped in, named you the acting head coach. A lot of emotions around this week and around this game, and the guys came through.
You know, Keith, honestly, this week has really been a roller coaster ride. I remember getting a phone call from Derek Horn. I think it might have been Wednesday morning, around about 7, 8:30. And he was like, hey, Coach, we need you to fill in. Coach Taylor stepping down, and the program must go on. And I called Coach Taylor, of course, and I just told him I congratulated him not on retiring, but graduating. I like to say he was graduating. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, the guys understood what was important now, and that means to get the win. And we talked about it, and again, we talked about how we playing the #2 team in the conference, and the guys stood up and they were relentless, and we got the victory.
Yeah, the Rattlers got the victory. And let's go to first half highlights as the Rattlers come home to take on North Carolina Central, the #2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. And, Coach, here we go. We're going to open it up right away and gun downfield for your star, Travis Harvey, who had a big night tonight.
Yeah, he sure did, Keith. And he's the fastest kid on the team, probably the fastest kid in the conference. And at the end of the day, you want to get the ball in your playmaker's hand. And Travis Harvey is our playmaker.
Coach, all season long, despite our record, the Rattlers have the best kick coverage team in the league, and that continued today.
We talked to Coach Vasquez, and when you're talking about special teams, it's the first play offense, the first play of defense. So everybody has to contribute to that.
All right, here we go. This is Jordan Reed, an outstanding talent coach for North Carolina Central. He's been their guy all year long, and here's Travis making a big play.
Well, again, we talked about calling Travis' name, and Travis, he stood in the paint. And he's Damien's favorite receiver. And Damien was accurate tonight, and he was hitting the guy, which is getting the guys the ball.
Good protection, too, Coach. We've got to say something about the offensive line. Here we go back on defense. This is Brandon Hepburn. We call him Dr. Hepburn. He made a few house calls today.
He was everywhere. He was everywhere. And, again, he wanted to make an impression. This is his last game in Bragg Stadium. He talked to those guys as well as Patrick Scott, as well as Marvin Ross. And the seniors stood up, and they stepped up, and it was big.
Rattlers come up with a big fumble recovery here. Here's Jordan Stanley, Coach. He's a hard-running youngster. I know you're going to see. We're going to see a lot of him in the next few seasons to come. And Chase Vonador, Coach, what a night for him.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
The kid was outstanding. And again, you know, he's a young guy with a big heart, with a big future. And the pressure doesn't bust a pipe with him. It actually makes diamonds, and he stood out in the paint.
Yeah, Giovanni Irvine on that kickoff. Coach, they had a 1-2 punch. Arthur Goforth, this is Goforth here, their main running back, and Giovanni Irvine. And then the quarterback, Jordan Reed. And that is those are the guys who make their offense go. And look at this great defensive play.
Coach, it's the reason why those guys are 5-1 in the conference. And we know we have to get after them. And starting again with the quarterback and the running back, that's the 1-2 punch you had to stop. So we tried to put some pressure on him.
Yeah, Devin Roberts also defensively, Coach, had a big night tonight against North Carolina Central. The Eagles score there. Jonathan Nicely, they take the lead early, but the Rattlers are going to be relentless, as you said, and keep fighting.
We tried to start fast and answer every time they tried to put some points on us. We tried to counter, and Rocker had a extremely good game. He held on to the ball.
Yeah.
And we tried to keep turnovers to a minimum. We had one turnover with Damien, but I thought he should have tucked it and ran it. But at the end of the day, again, the defense found a way to come back and get offense back the ball.
Yeah, great run there by Damien. Most importantly, Coach, as he protected himself as he went down. So
there's another guy stood up, Patrick Scott. He's a senior guy. We're really going to miss him. And he's a plug. He's the guy that actually fills the middle for us, and guys who play off and run off him.
All right, here we go. This is the Rocket again, Eddie Rocker, and again running inside the tackles. And on that stretch play today, Coach, when he made his cut, he really went with some authority.
Well, and that's what it's about, Keith. At the end of the day, we can't go east and west. We got to go north and south.
Yeah, that's Linworth Lennon. Coach, we thought he was in the end zone, and that video says he was in the end zone
all day long, Keith.
But it was not ruled a touchdown.
All day long. I think we cursed or something like that because it just seemed like we get down there so easily, but when it's time to put the ball in the end zone, we find a way to step on ourselves.
Yeah. All right, Chase with another field goal there, and that that makes it 7-6 right now in the ball game. The Eagles lead, but here come the Rattlers again. Just outstanding coverage, Coach.
I thought, besides the field goal, the punt block, the defense did a good job as well as the special team, just as far as field position. And again, see that with Terry. Terry's been kind of quiet this season, but he stepped up big tonight. And in fact, I think he's one of our defensive player of the week.
Yeah, Terry Johnson, a big night, Coach. Fumble recovery and an INT in this one, and a big night for him. Here's Jordan Stanley again, Coach, giving you some power yards in the middle.
At the end of the day, we got to fall forward. Stanley Jones, our big back, he has to fall forward. And throughout the game, he really did a good job doing that.
All right, there's Chase, gives us the lead back at 9-7, 3 field goals on today, and he's not done yet. And here we come back. This is Damien. He just needed to get this one a little bit higher over the defensive back, but this is a good defensive play.
I thought he could have looked off the safety a little more.
And so at halftime, Coach, it's 7-6. It's a battle, and we knew it was going to be a battle because this is the #2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. But the Rattlers holding their own so far in this first half.
No doubt about it. You know, we talked about playing one play at a time, one quarter at a time, and at this time is 30 minutes into the game. Halftime, we got a chance to take a breather, make some corrections, and see how we come out second half and now try to finish the game.
All right, it's 7-6 at the half. The Eagles leading the Rattlers, but it's a lot of football still left to be played, and we're going to take a look at second half highlights after this timeout on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
The Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
Welcome back, 7-6, Coach. After half, what did you talk to the guys about in the locker room? That's what you can tell us.
Well, you put it that way, Keith. I just thought overall, when you get the ball down on the goal line, you got to blow people off the ball. Now, Coach Kershaw and I, we talked about it, and we just said, hey, Coach, look, we're doing a good job, but we're not putting the ball in the end zone. So the second half, I want to make sure if we got down there again, we find a way to punch it in.
All right, let's go to second half highlights. The Rattlers and Eagles. And the Eagles are going to receive the second half kick to start things off. And boy, Coach, it was homecoming, and boy, I know you were just feeling the love all across campus this weekend as the campus was full of orange and green and came alive for homecoming.
The energy was high. You know, brag was brag on homecoming, and you know, you got to feed off your crowd. That's the 12th man out there, and great job. And the guys fed off that, and they found a way.
And the crowd got into the game, too, Coach. It was an exciting game, and when you needed them to be the 12th man, they certainly stepped up and became the 12th man.
Well, you want it close, but you don't want it that close.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Eagles of North Carolina Central. This is Jordan Reed, their quarterback. He's going to take it in on a 7-yard touchdown run. They're going to regain or extend the lead now, and that makes it 14-9 at this point in the ball game. But the Rattlers, once again, going to keep plugging away offensively. Probably one of our better offensive days. Here we get the punt blocked, and this guy, Kevin Thompson, is going to scoop it up and score 45 yards.
We can't let a guy come from outside in like that. When you run the spread punt like that, you got to make sure you put some big guys in there. And we had some big guys in there. Just a communication problem, and they canceled. They actually corrected their mistakes and made it happen for themselves in the second half with that play.
All right, Coach. 21-9 our score right now, but the Rattlers are going to come fighting back. And that right there, we thought that was a touchdown
again,
too, Coach.
Keith, I keep saying I think we curse. Anytime we get down there in the goal line, we got to put it in. I thought Linworth was in. At the same time here, I thought Stanley Jordan's second effort got us in there, and they actually gave us the touchdown.
Yes, it did. And so we pull closer now, Coach. 21-16. Here is this pass to
Michael Morris. And I told him, keep your head up, get your chin off your chest. You're going to get a chance. We're going to call your name again. Yeah. Just make the play.
All right, here we go. And the Rattlers and Eagles now fighting it out here in Bragg Stadium. And we're going to kick it off to North Carolina Central.
Chase did a great job of keeping the guys inside the 20. Right here, we just got to make sure we are containing the ball, but look like they hold the kill blunt, so it brought them back. And we just had to line up and play. Again, there was a lot of football left. The defense was rolling, and our job now is just to get offense back the ball. So we were swarming.
Yeah, speaking of kickoffs, Coach, Chase, 6 kickoffs, 364 yards, better than a 60.7 yard per kick average. That's one of the reasons why we lead the conference in kick coverage.
You got to win on all 3 phases. Your offense has to play well, defense as well as special teams. It's a team win, so everybody has to play well and hold their own.
All right, great play here. Brandon Hepburn once again making house calls, Coach, and boy, he was just on fire tonight. Just a big afternoon. And there's Devin Roberts with another big play.
All week long, we talked about winning line of scrimmage. The game we won on line of scrimmage, and we played in the backfield all day today, and it was a good job, and we played off it, and the guys fed off it.
All right, here we go, Damian. Had a lot of good things going offensively today, too, Coach. But this is your playmaker, Travis Harvey.
Put the ball in his hands. Put the ball in his hands, and he'll make something happen. I thought Damian did a good job of checking his option reads 1, 2, and here's again Linworth Linden. He had a big game tonight.
Yeah.
He stepped up and played tremendously.
Yeah, Linworth, 10 catches on the night. Another big night for Linworth Linden. And here we come back to Travis, and again, he's your playmaker.
He's our guy. And we talked about it throughout the season. Guys like Travis, guys like Lindbergh, as well as Rocker. When you put the guys in your playmaker's hand, let those guys make those other guys miss in space. Again, here we go again. The guy, excellent catch, run after the catch. I wish we would have stayed in bounds there, but at the same time, great job.
Big Hartley leading the way down there, too. Got to be a good sign when you see your big man down there leading the way for you.
We call that Bob, big on big. Anytime we can get some big guys down the field hustling, traveling, that's a good thing.
All right, there's the kick. And once again now, the Rattlers pull within, Rattlers take the lead now, 22-21 on Chase's 5th field goal of the night, Coach. A big night for Chase Varnador.
Again, the field position was his thing there, and we had to win the field position game, and we did that in special teams.
Yeah, Brandon Hepburn was making house calls all night, but he did a little surgery on that one right there, Coach.
I like the name Dr. Hepburn.
Dr. Hepburn, there you go. And, boy, that certainly got the Rattler fans going, the 12th man going. And, boy, look, now it's desperation time for the Eagles as they try to pull it out and the Rattlers are swarming.
It's always a pretty picture, Keith, when the guy can look up with the ball in his hand and you got 9 or 10 guys around him. And you got to find a way to win. You got to find a way to oppose your will on your defense. And it was a great effort. It was a great team effort from offense, defense, 2 special teams.
Patrick Aiken making a big play there. Coach, the Rattlers are victorious 22-21. Redemption Saturday, we knock off the number 2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. This team went into this game 3-6, Coach, but obviously it was a much better team than what the record indicated.
We have a 2-game season. And what we only going to worry about is things we can't control, and what we can control is the next 2 weeks. So we stood hard. We played hard. We were physical. We were smart. We got to cut down on our penalties. Those judgment calls in there, we'll look at it tomorrow and see exactly what's what. But at the end of the day, we found a way to get win 1. So now it's all about win 2.
All right, Coach, congratulations on win 1. And as we go to break, we're going to take a look at all of the statistics, and we're going to come back with the players of the game and a whole lot more. So stay with us on the Coach Earl Holmes Show.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not too late.
90.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Let's take a look at this week's players of the game. On offense, Coach, it's Damian Fleming, 29 of 41, only one interception, 270 yards passing. His longest pass of the day, 24 long. Damian Fleming, for a guy who's coming back after being hurt, he was on fire.
Damian's being Damian. Damian's our tempo guy. He's the motor. He's the motor that keeps the car running. He's the motor that keeps the offense running. So, again, we expect for Damian to have big games every game. And a very mature guy, young guy, but very mature. We love his decision making. And we got to continue to get better and got to continue to protect him.
Yeah, his position, Coach Quinn Gray said he is far ahead of where I was when I was his age.
And he shows that. He shows that.
All right, defensively, Coach, it's the doctor, Brandon Hepburn, 10 total tackles, 8 solo, 2 assists, 2 tackles for loss, but he shares it with Terry Johnson, 2 tackles, 1 solo, 1 assist. But here's where Terry really stepped up. A tackle for loss, a fumble recovery, an INT, an interception for those who may not know, and 2 PBUs, that's 2 pass breakups.
We were teasing Terry all week long about the old Terry and the new Terry. Terry was Terry. He's a tremendous playmaker. The guy has an itch to find the ball. He's always around the ball. We call him the magnet. And anytime you have a big game like that in the secondary, the guy's getting interception, 2 PBUs, big hits, fumble recoveries, just being around the ball, it says a lot about your defense.
Special teams, Coach, there was no question today who was the special teams player of the game. It's Chase Vonador. He tied a single game FAMU record, 5 field goals that his coach set back in 2000 against Morgan State, Juan Vasquez. And he had 5 field goals, a PAT, 6 kickoffs, 364 yards, 60.7 yard per kick average. Chase Vonador is really emerging as an outstanding place kicker.
Local kid with a lot of talent, tremendous future. The guy does not fold under pressure. And him and I talked this week. I say, Chase, if it comes down to it, I believe in you. Just go out and do what you've been doing all year.
Yeah, there were a couple of situations that when I know you wanted touchdowns, but when it came down to it, you were not fazed by the pressure. The fans wanted you to go for it, but you sent Chase right out there, and he did what he needed to do.
At the end of the day, you can't leave in that red zone area with nothing. You know, my mom liked to say, babe, if you're ever going to rob a bank, which I hope you don't, at least get some money out of that.
All right, that's the players of the game. As we go to break, we're going to take a look at the MEAC scoreboard and the MEAC standings, and we'll be back with a whole lot more on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
Introducing a mobile application that can open up an entire new world for the orange and green faithful, with the ability to check out the latest in-campus news, events, athletic scores, and much, much more. Specifically designed for the FAMU. Whether it's linking to your class courses from your mobile device, looking through maps to find specific buildings on campus, or just having some fun looking through uploaded videos and photos, a great addition to your mobile FAMU student lifestyle. Get your FAMU app today.
.5 the flavor station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, we're going to complete the season in the Big Florida Classic down in Orlando against our in-state rival, Bethune-Cookman, and they are leading the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. It'll be Statement Saturday, and it's an opportunity for the Rattlers to really make a statement.
You know, we talked earlier, and we talked about my whirlwind week. But at the end of the day, you know, we appreciate the opportunity. And anytime you can play the #2 team and come out with a victory, now you're playing the #1 team. I feel like we got a lot of momentum going into this game. But again, we just got to be smart, watch them on film, and see what they're doing well. Because right now they are MAC leading champions right now. In fact, I think if they win out. So we'll take it one play at a time again and game plan them and just see what happens.
Yeah, it's a big game. The Florida Classic is always a big game. And as you told the team, the 2 games you'll remember are homecoming and your last game. Well, this will be the last game, so definitely they want to go out with fond memories of this one.
Well, you know what? And like I talked with the guys tonight, if we can play that type of game for 60 minutes, don't beat ourselves, get off the field on 3rd downs, as well as put some points on the board, everything else will take care of itself. You know, the guys it's an emotional game. It's a classic. So both teams will be up for that game, and we'll find out when the best team win.
All right, Coach, we want to say congratulations again on win #1, and we're going to look forward to the Big Florida Classic next week and doing this all over again, and we'll have all of the highlights for you right here next week on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. We'll see you then.
Pulls it now, shoots across the middle, touchdown Famu, right on the money, and the Rattlers are back. Flushed out of the pocket, Rattlers have a spot. Can we make the tackle? We do. Fires toward the end zone. This one is picked off. That's Rattler first down. Move those chains.